Hello everybody, welcome to the season finale of the second season of filming places that used to be racetracks in Pennsylvania. In this video, we are visiting a shopping center called Silver Spring Square. Today we are visiting the graveyard of what was once, I think I'm gonna go this way, Silver Spring Speedway, which was here for about 50 years, and we're actually at this point hitting the 20-year anniversary of when this track met its demise, and we are currently at a Target and a Wegmans to do so. So we're going to scope out the property of what was at one time one of Central Pennsylvania's most well-known and successful racetracks. A family-run business in the heart of the PA Posse, Mechanicsburg had two racetracks on opposite ends of town for 50 years, Williams Grove and the other was Silver Spring. The Silver Spring Speedway was a 3/8 mile dirt oval located on the Carlisle Pike on the north side of town. In 1953, a man named Ray Garver took some of his wealth and time and put it into a new racetrack that could take part in the booming success of motorsport in the area. He built and opened Silver Spring Speedway, and in 1954 the racing started. The track ran lots of different classes, from micro sprints to stock cars to go-karts and even 410 sprint cars. Throughout its life, though, the super sportsmen were the most popular. Silver Spring got crowds that had potential after its first season, but the growing pains and struggles were difficult for Garver. He enlisted help for the second year of racing from his son-in-law, a local businessman named Will Kreitzer. He had both business success and auto racing knowledge, having been a racer himself. In 1955, Kreitzer helped develop the track through its growing pain. This created a family business that had built-in passion and experience, and the family focused on making the Saturday night programs an affordable, family-friendly event. Will Kreitzer soon took over operation of the Speedway and continued to have family run the place. Will promoted, his wife Betty ran the food stands and the books, his daughters helped, and his son Alan did just about everything as well. Over the years, they ran track championships for the classes to compete in throughout a weekly schedule over the year. The track would also see visits from touring series in the area, including ARDC Midgets and URC. Fans regularly saw over 50 entries in the sportsman class, and on top of that, other classes in the program every week. Relatively speaking, the track was kept pretty safe and well upgraded. They treated their drivers and fans well. The early success led the track through the 60s and into the 70s, by which point they had created a reputation for super sportsmen. In 1975, they introduced a capstone race for the class at the end of the season called the Super Sportsman 100. That race was their big-ticket item at the end of the year, but they also created equivalent late model 50 and street stock 40s for the other classes. Will Kreitzer retired and passed on the ownership of the track to his son, Alan. Alan had a hands-on approach to operating the track, which led to his involvement in many other local racing tracks. Alan had been part of the ownership and promotion of Lincoln, Williams Grove, and Selinsgrove on top of what he did with Silver Spring. This track is what got all of it started for a promoter who made a huge impact on the PA racing scene and was inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame in 2023. In the 90s, local development started encroaching on the Speedway as the area around it was built up. The family had a difficult time renovating and updating their property as local sanctions began to limit them. This was at the same time that Kreitzer helped organize the first Pennsylvania Sprint Speed Week, which Silver Spring partook in for the first time in 1992. The big 410 cars were not regular, but were certainly exciting at the track. 11 Speed Week races were held at Silver Spring, along with sportsmen and street stocks and others, throughout the 90s and early 2000s in the last years of business. 2005 was the final year of the track's operation. The local development came on too strong for the track, which was now sitting inside of developed housing and shopping areas. The Kreitzer family sold the property following the 2005 season to developers who expanded the Silver Spring Square shopping center. Today, Wegmans and Target sit on the property with their parking lots directly on top of where the racetrack used to be. The 50-year racetrack was overtaken within a year, and the physical remains were buried. The track existed into the digital age enough that there are plenty of photos and videos showing the track in its heyday, but that's all we have left to accompany the memories of those who used to go to these races to see action there. Easy to access, nothing to see, those who want to visit Memory Lane can find Silver Spring Square Drive themselves and tour around a parking lot, Not very exciting, but I did it anyway. All right, I am filming a parking lot full of people. So basically, roughly where those 3 cars are, ish into sort of maybe where that Prius is, that's where the start finish line was. And then this whole there was a market in front of the whole facility. That was the start finish line area, and then it came down, and turn number 1 was over here. I'm actually going to walk over there. Turn number 2 kind of exited at the front of the Wegmans, so right at the main entrance was where turn 2 would exit, and then they would come down, and turn 3 was over in the Target parking lot, and then turn 4 was also over in the Target parking lot over there. So we're going to look at this side, and then we'll look at that side next. Here is a 360 shot. I am on top of turn number 1 right now. All right, I am now standing on top of turn 3. I'm about halfway between the store and the end of this walkway, which is about where turn 3 was, or turn 4, excuse me. Turn 3 was up further, I'm sorry. And then it came down and swooped right here and then went that way. Sort of catty corner, like not parallel to the store. So the stores, and then further back into the stores are where the pit area was, and then this was the front entrance. And we're standing on top of what was at one time grandstands over here. All right, we are in the back area as we come down past Wegmans and Target, and this is kind of where the pit area was, and then out back here would have been a way out of the track. We are on our way out of the facility, and that means we are out of the 10-part series for the Lost Speedways for this winter. I want to thank everybody for continuing to watch and support these videos. It's always fun and interesting to see these places that were racetracks. Sometimes they're a little bit more, like you can tell there was a racetrack there than today. Today's just a cold Saturday, hit that speed bump, where everybody's getting their groceries, and that's kind of it. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Share the video around if you want to share the knowledge and experience with others, and we'll see you guys in the next season. Next time, I'll see you in another video again soon.